Welcome back to Switch to Linux, and we are back with a supporters stream, and things are only partially working right now in general, and I think, and I just came to the conclusion, it might be something goofy with my particular internet connection to the particular tower. I bet if I toggle the thing off and toggle it back on, it would probably fix itself, but um, we're not going to do that because I came to that idea when I was already pushing streaming out. So, um, I can't access locals, but everyone else can access locals. And I wanted to have, I talked to my locals account manager yesterday. I figured out how to get the live streams running so that we can actually have a live stream feed running on that. So you guys that are on locals can do that, but I can't load locals at all right now. But DLive is also not loading. Rumble is not loading. Odyssey is not loading for me. But I'm doing, I have 30 down and 20 up, or 40 down and 30 up, something like that. Something obscene that it's not bandwidth. It's something else. So what I'm actually trying to do right now is so I'll let you guys chat for a few minutes. I'm going to bust out of my firewall and
Tom,
see
I'm getting you right across here over on Odyssey.
Are you? So it's working on your end. So it's probably just stuff on my end. Let me...
Yeah, Rumble's...
So there's two factors here. The first is it could be my firewalls being too robust. The second is it could be my just my cellular connection. I might just need to toggle my switch off and toggle it back on. But once again, I am in the middle of a absolutely nowhere, and I have perfect internet, like 30 and like 30 down and 20 up, and it's amazing. And I've been working here. That's way too orange. Let me fix that orangeness. There you go. That's better. That's better. We did add some new lighting in, so hopefully the lighting is better. I am kind of evaluating if the shadows are a little bit too much, and I have independent control. It's hard for me to reach the bottom independent control right here, but let's see. Whoa, look at that. I can go super bright. I can go super dim. But yeah, we got new lighting in. That's too bright. If I can get it back up to it.
I like the one comment on one of the comments on Odyssey. Road Vagabond says we can Odyssey you.
Yeah, we can Odyssey you. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see. Okay, I can. At least I can see the comments. At least I can see the comments. I'm not pulling in anybody's icons though. Unless every single person here is. Are you Selby? Are you seeing people's icons?
On Odyssey, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any icons either. So there's weird stuff going on my internet right now.
Yeah.
Rumble does say 16 are watching. It's not loading images and stuff, though. And it does say it's trying to perpetually load. So, but I'm going with this as something wrong with my connection to the tower. I think that's probably the case that's going on. Die Master, greetings from the single Twitch user. Hey, there's 2 people watching on Twitch right now. So we don't have just a single user. There's 2 people over. We have doubled our Twitch viewership. I mean, isn't that amazing? Switch to Linux doubled the viewership of Twitch.
Yeah.
We have gone infinite amounts of numbers up on DLive because we have 1 viewer over on DLive right now.
There's 17 on Odyssey, and it's coming through.
Yeah, I'm showing 16, and I'm showing 14 on Rumble, and I'm showing only 11 on the Tubies. Speaking of which, let me pop out my chat here on the Tubies, and let me see if I can actually also, here, I'll make it a little bit bigger since this is this stream, and so let's pop out the chat on Odyssey as well. Oh, for a brief second, I saw everybody's icons, and then they disappeared.
Oh boy.
Something goofy's going on the system. But hey, the lighting works great. I think I'm going to put up the diffusers in there because I am definitely seeing enough shadows that will get in the way. And so I think by tomorrow I'm going to see if I can add some diffusers tonight, fix that last thing. Sorry about that. Anyway, how's everybody going?
I'm doing fine.
I think I asked that already.
I'm doing okay.
All right. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln. Well, we'll talk more about it tomorrow in the spicier section of the news, but election week is going great. I'm glad, very glad that my home state of Pennsylvania elected a half-dead man and an actual dead man to office. Did you guys see that? An actual guy who died last month of an aneurysm actually won re-election. So,
Oh man.
talk about we need some degree of accountability inside this. It's like, if you do not even know that the representative for your district has died, maybe you should stay at home. Okay.
Yeah, I remember there was an article 10, 15 years ago. There was some local election in the US somewhere. I don't remember if it was a state election or a local county election. But there were two people who were on the list. And
For the
one of
dead
them
man, them
and-
people were thinking, if we elect the dead man, we don't have to send anybody to Washington.
Well, it's like
yeah, and the dead man
we already
won
have weekend
by
at
a
Bernie's
large
in
margin.
DC. Now we have yeah. I mean, it's getting crazy. But lest we break any rules about ED, we should probably just move on to our topic, which is search engines. Play it safe, because we'll talk a little bit more about that stuff on the spicy section of the news tomorrow. We do have a locals account for you guys just jumping on. My locals account is not like, there's something goofy with my internet apparently, because everybody else can get onto the locals. But I did find out how we can get a live chat going during the streams. I talked to the representative yesterday from locals, and they were a very wonderful lady. And so gave some extra tips and things. And so we'll be leveraging that platform as we can. I just think it's an issue. I assumed it was just a network downage. Millions of people jumped onto it, but no, it's not. Apparently, it's on my end, not anybody else's. So anyway, but I don't know. For some reason, we get Jitsi working, and we can get all the live streaming and everything else working. So we'll run with it. Chat doesn't work, but Tom looks great. There you go. Oh no, I made the window too small on YouTube. It's or do we just don't have enough people over there? Oh yeah, we just don't have enough people over there watching on YouTube anymore. That's what happens when you give me community strikes. We're down to one. One of the community strikes dropped off, so that's good. So now we have 2 more violations we can get before they completely boot us off. So that's good. When we fall down to 0, I'll think about setting up the subscription memberships on YouTube, and I will be looking at it maybe not today, not tomorrow. I'm a little busy, but maybe this weekend. I'm going to look into setting up the memberships on Odyssey as well, because I know a few of you asked about that, and I didn't know they were a thing. So I see it now. I was like, oh, maybe I should look into that, because I am starting to leverage Odyssey more. Of course, the new upcoming release of the website, we use Odyssey as the video backbone instead of the Tubies. Because I don't know if they're going to be there, and I don't want to have to add all those videos back on retroactively. So, we actually have them all there, and I'm going with only 1 year's worth of article archives for the weekly news roundup, just because I have 3 years worth of stuff on there, and it takes me about an hour to do. About an hour or so to do a few articles. And so it's like, you know what, we're going to stick back with 1 year. That's going to be good. And then right now I'm working on building articles. So I should finish up tonight. I'm going to try and do another couple articles for software. And then we just have to get 4 articles written for distro reviews. And then we're going to launch it with that. And then I'll just be able to add stuff to it down the road. We already have all the tutorials and things up there. So this has given me a little bit more focus about where to go on the channel. We want to focus a lot more on the free and open source software, teaching people how to use it, and Linux distros, and a little bit more tutorials on getting started with Linux. I might have to get myself some modern crappy PC so I can fight with installing Linux on it, because I hear it's a problem. But we'll go with that as we can.
That's the biggest part of the battle.
I know, right? I know, but it's fun for us, but it's not fun for someone's like, I just got to get off of this crappy thing and I need something that works. Okay, so that's kind of what we're trying to do. Comments over here. Epan Mac on YouTube. I'd be interested in your thoughts on the Swiss Cows search engine. I threw it into the list today to look at it because I am aware of it, but I never actually used it, so we'll look into it. I think Swiss Cows is the absolute best. It's my default search engine on all devices. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grace. Take me to your... No, don't take me to your leader. Your leader's brain dead. I wanted to study for Network Plus, but was forced to take a break because the hurricane took out all my power. Yeah, prayers for you guys in Florida. You guys got another hurricane coming. Wait until somebody claims it on the other word we can't mention, CC. CC, but you know they're gonna say, "Oh, so look at how bad it's getting. This is God's judgment for DeSantis." I just can't wait. I mean, this is gonna be
this
fun.
reminds me of an image that a friend of mine sent me. I think I posted it on our Discord that I want to use. Battery notifications came up that he had 6% left of his battery, and the battery remaining was listed as 152 hours.
I saw that. That was awesome. I was like, yeah, I gotta get me one of those.
I want one of those batteries.
I gotta get one of those for the van. I mean, battery low, you have 150 hours left. I'm all over that.
Yeah.
The hurricane, I think's drifted through Florida. It's going into Alabama and Georgia now.
Is it now? Yeah, I have friends over in Pensacola. I should reach out and make sure they're all right down there. I know the first one missed them. Pre-search. I've not heard of pre-search. Let me see if I can do. Is it presearch.com? Let's see if that works. Hey, it is. Look at that. I'm just throwing a few over here, and we'll have a look at them all in a bit. I think I spelled that one right. I had an ad issue. Is that right? Yeah, okay, that's right. We'll not worry about that one. All right, let me get back to comments over here. All right. Let's see, Faisal over on Odyssey. Greetings. Should replace the pipeline with Crimea Bridge. Okay. Think about it. I should think about it. For the next kitty picture, I might have to. Yeah, I'll have to see what else is going on. I might have to do like a kitty voted for a month or something because we are in election month. Wouldn't have to blow up. See, I want to pull up Pipewire. Finally got a jack to. Also, Pulse audio systems working together better than ever. Hey, there you go. Yeah, Pipewire for any mods out there because we are broadcasting to the tubies right now in addition to 4 other places. Pipewire is a Linux audio thing. Okay, we're not talking about blowing something up. Hello, the horror stream live. Greetings. I am low in audio, huh? All right, thank you. Let me. Crank me up a little bit. I'm higher now. All right. Whoops. Wrong button. Turn that one down. All right. Still peaked.
Odyssey that's low.
All right. Okay. I think I peaked. All right. I think we're good. Thank you.
That's better.
Library lost SEC. Oh, library lost the SEC court case. That sucks. Odyssey exists because the library knew it would lose. So I don't know. Are my LibraCoin going to completely collapse or completely shoot up in valuation? I don't know. That's a good question. Mistakenly incorporated and broke SEC corporation rules. Yeah, I don't. They're just looking for anything to do. The dead because for the dead. No, that's right. I told my friend of mine is one of the election officials. I told him, make sure, I only voted once, whatever it was, And he was on Fedora 37, on 36 OpenSSL. I think it is out now. I believe it just dropped in the last couple days. I knew they were delaying it because of OpenSSL, and I think I saw it on DistroWatch. Can anybody confirm that Fedora 37 out? I think it is now. I've not tried pre-search yet. We're going to look into that. Let me throw Yandex into the mix. It's good.
I just opened the Fedora page, and the 37 beta is out.
37 beta is out. Okay. Yeah, so they were delaying the release because that OpenSSL issue was a really big one, and they thought it'd be better if they get in there and make sure it's right. We have 13 over on Rumble. PA is a clown show. PA is such a clown show. I mean, I can understand why Fetterman wins. I mean, first, Matt Christensen's idea was that Fetterman was going to win because Clown World demands it. But you had the choice between a guy who doesn't actually live in Pennsylvania with dual citizenship with UAE countries who is actually a progressive liberal versus a guy who just openly declares himself a progressive liberal, and in the words of somebody, I forget who said it, say, hey, this guy just looks like everyone else in Pittsburgh, so obviously they wanted to vote for him. So yeah, he won. A half-dead man with brain damage won. But honestly, I think the brain damage guy would probably do a better job in the Oz anyway, in my opinion. I was going to vote for the rats that they were infusing human brain cells into. I thought that'd be the best option of all. And then, of course, they did vote the dead guy in, the actual literal dead guy who died of a brain aneurysm last month. They voted him back in office. It's really good to know that we now have diverse representative from beyond the grave. That's good to know. Shadow Strike is over there on Rumble. Hello, Devour Eagle. How's it going? Okay, I gotta move this other mouse. I'm gonna keep on touching that to try and get to the comments over here. Runoff, first time chat over there on Twitch. Greetings, Die Master, of course, and Solbu is coming in from the IRC bridge. Very cool. There can be only one. Well, there's two of you right now, so I'll let you two fight it out. Nobody back over there on D Live, and Locals is still spinning circles for me. So, sorry guys, I wanted to have this be the first live stream where we actually have a local stream going up. But oh well. All right, I was confused when I heard the lefty named Shapiro was running. That's right. Yes, that is not Josh Shapiro or Ben Shapiro. That was Josh Shapiro. Who is? I'm wondering if they take offense at each other's names, because Ben Shapiro, of course, is ultra conservative, and Josh Shapiro literally wants to let all of the criminals out of jail, much like Fetterman does, and he would like to give everybody free meth. So it's about time for me to start renouncing my citizenship to Pennsylvania. I will be pursuing other states. I know South Dakota is nice and easy to citizenship in. If anybody has some other states I should go look into, hey, I'm mobile. I can go as long as I don't have to, own a ton of property or something there. That's good. I know Nevada's nice. Nevada's nice because you can actually just go in and use a homeless shelter as your address for your driver's license, and you can establish citizenship like that. So Nevada's very easy. South Dakota, I don't think you need to do that. You just have to declare I'm a South Dakotan. The problem is you got to get up there in person once a year, and maybe. But we'll figure it out. All right, let's get into search engines.
If you need somewhere to live, then Scandinavia is a good place.
Well, I don't really want to leave the United States at this point in time.
How much heat can you take, and how much water do you really need?
Florida's out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our search engines. Of course, everyone knows aware of Google, the epitome of evil. When you are a company that has as your slogan, "Don't be evil," and you decide to get rid of the slogan "Don't be evil," maybe you should stop using it.
I think they changed it because to "Don't do evil."
Yeah, was it "Don't do evil"? I don't know.
Yeah, and then but anyway, they don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. So, of course, this is the one everyone knows about. This is the one a lot of people are using Google, and dropped in market share because of the next one we're going to look at. But the biggest problem here with Google is that, of course, it will track everything to infinite degrees. And for all you guys trying to be like, yeah, use a VPN, you'll be protected on the internet. No, Google was still going to know exactly who you are and exactly what you're searching. As beings that most people are signed into Google accounts. And so first lesson to take away from that, of course, is that VPNs do not solve all problems. Second major issue with that is that if you are logged in to things, they can still track absolutely anything and everything you do. So pushing VPNs for absolute privacy on the internet, like some people do, not always.
VPNs protect you from the transit traffic between you and where we are going, but once you get to where you're going.
And even that, really, only if the site is not encrypted with an SSL. So, as the brief rundown, using the VPN, if you are using it, going to an HTTPS encrypted website, which most websites are nowadays, your ISP can see the metadata that you're communicating with that site. They can see the amount of data that you're transferring between that site. They can't see what you're actually doing. They can't intercept the actual data. With a VPN, the ISP can no longer see that, but the ISP or the VPN company can. And so you have to trust your VPN company, and that is one of the big ones. But anyway, we didn't want to talk about VPNs today. We want to talk about search engines. I would encourage everyone to jump off of Google for all practical purposes. There's times to use it. There's places to use it. But for the most part, it shouldn't be your default. It should not be your go-to. Of course, the next big one is Bing. Bing.
Bing.
Look at this. They say down here, destroying comedy with a picture of airplane. I think that Bing is destroying internet. This one has gained a lot of market share, not because people are like, wow, I should switch to Bing, but because Microsoft made it the default search engine for everything inside of Windows and makes it very, very hard to change. Of course, they are just as data collection as is Google, so I would advise not using this very much. Again, it might be something you use. I can say I've probably only done 5 searches on Bing ever, and it's always been like shows like this to demonstrate what we have. They are going to collect a lot of data. They're going to tie this into Microsoft accounts, particularly if you are signing in. You see the little sign-in button, which is tied to your Microsoft account. Then they can track and log and absolutely anything and everything you're doing across the internet. So I'd advise staying away from that. Go ahead, Dan.
The secret is do not open a Microsoft account.
Do not open a Microsoft account. Of course, we'll see in the weekly news roundup tomorrow. They're forcing it a little bit more. We'll get to that article. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, you're all excited. You're all excited to see the new things coming up in the A/B testing on their Windows 11 preview stuff. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
And the next one I would encourage not using is Yahoo! Yeah, it still does exist. For some reason, this is the default in Linux Mint. It makes me want to go off myself every single time I forget about this. Went on a fresh install of Linux Mint before I change anything. You do so, like, is there a more useless search engine than Yahoo?
Right.
I mean, at least Google and Bing give you results. I mean,
Yeah.
let's just search for Linux on Yahoo. And where the other ones at least will give you, hey, maybe some ads and stuff, we don't tend to get quite as much good results over here. It's, I'm actually surprised. Linux gives us really good results. This is the first time I've ever used, great. I go, just like take my car to the mechanic, it's making a funky noise, take it to the mechanic, it doesn't make the noise anymore. Every single time I have tried to search anything on Yahoo, I get a bizarre mishmash of weird stuff that has no relevance, and they finally gives us stuff that's with relevance. Look at this. What? Why? Come on, Yahoo. I was trying to make a point about how horrible you are. See, this is what's horrible. I think there's no Switch to Linux videos in the early.
I haven't used Yahoo in over a decade.
I know, right? It still exists. But you know, see look how useless it is. Though it doesn't have any Switch to Linux videos there. All right, now we'll get into some of the more trendier alt ones. StartPage. A little bit of controversy coming up around StartPage, and frankly, they're getting worse.
Oh boy.
StartPage is just like, it's making me want to go like.
It has a dark mode too.
Oh, yes, it does have dark mode. I thought the dark mode was just perpetually what it is.
No, you can get the white mode, but there's a settings thing you can go to, and it'll allow you to go to dark mode.
Yeah, I think it's over here, the settings.
Yeah, in settings. Then you got to go down to appearance, I think. It is actually pretty pleasant.
Dark.
You just passed it.
I know. I just entered it. It's amazing.
You got to hit save.
Oh, do I have to hit save?
Up there, hit save.
Oh, hit the save button. Okay. You can tell I don't use StartPage much. All right, there you go. Thanks, Dan.
I just opened the StartPage and I use NoScript in order to visit websites, and I only enable JavaScript.
There you go. We're so
and on the StartPage, the dark mode is on unless you enable JavaScript. Then the dark mode is off.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
So what is the controversy around StartPage? First and foremost, StartPage itself gives you Google results without Google's bias and without passing your data to Google. StartPage itself is a good company to use as far as they have really good data separations. They actually own their servers. They're not contracting them out. So there's only a very, very limited number of people who have access to the servers. Those are highly vetted, and the servers are designed to not collect any user data. That's the good news about StartPage. The bad news about StartPage is that they have developed a partnership with a company called System One. And System One actually is the company on record as having the worst privacy policy I have ever read. It literally has inside of System One's terms of service that we will buy data from other companies to supplement what we already know about you. It is actually in the policy. Now, StartPage has denied that, and I have mentioned it many times. It is the case, unless they have changed it in the last 1 year. Last time I looked at it was January. As of January of this year, it was still in System 1. Now, what's important to recognize about that is that System 1 does not own StartPage. System 1 simply supplies ads exclusively to StartPage. Now, what does that mean as far as data? Does System 1 have access to the individual users, or is System 1 just capitalizing on StartPage to push ads to a broad network? That's the answer. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. If it is possible for System 1 to get your IP address or anything about your search results, that is highly compromised. From my conversations with StartPage employees, and I've had a few of them, that they say that does not happen. That all the anonymization stuff would occur before the page loads, and so it means that System 1 does not have access to any data. So in theory, it's still perfectly safe to use. But that's something that a lot of people still jump down and say they're owned by System 1. They're not. It's that System 1 has made an investment in StartPage. In that investment, StartPage still has full separation from the company. They cannot access the servers. They cannot access anything else. So I think it's still okay. Now, the one thing to be careful of with System 1, WaterFox. WaterFox is owned by System 1. So I know there's a few clankers in here. You guys know who you are. You clankers in here, Sticks and Hammer recommends WaterFox. It says get rid of Mozilla. Do not use WaterFox. Highly, highly compromised. Mozilla is better. While Mozilla has indeed gone down some dark roads, they are still a completely open source option with complete user control. WaterFox, you have lost that. So sorry, clankers.
If you do not like
I'll have to
Firefox, try LibreWolf. It's similar,
Correct.
but it's been hardened.
Yes, LibreWolf would be the better option instead of WaterFox. And I believe there are more and more distros have it easy to install, especially since it is now available as a flat pack. So you don't have to do any of the weird
It also is
back and
available
forth.
as an all-in-one tarball package. Just
Correct.
download it, make a LibreWolf folder
anybody-
somewhere, and open
Anybody
it up.
know if it's available on Windows and Mac on a regular basis at this point? I'm not sure if it is or not. I think they were working on that. I'm not sure if it's out yet. But that is StartPage. Any other commentary before we move on to the next ones?
I remember my very first search engine, and this is going back to the days of AOL, and we're talking the mid '90s.
Dogpile.
Web crawler. Remember that name?
I remember
Web crawler.
Yeah, I actually went on. I checked to see if they're still out there, and they are.
Yep.
The only issue I had with StartPage is that it doesn't seem possible to have more than 20 results per page, the search page, and which is one of the reasons I still use Google, because I have but by adding a switch to the URL, it will give me 50 hits per page, which is what I need, because I rarely find something within the first two pages.
Yeah,
And I don't have to click through.
The big problem with that is they're stopping you after like page 46 or something, and that just gives you only like 10 pages to doing that, and so problematic. You only have like 2 pages of results. guys ever see that at the end of the web? Fascinating thing on
Yeah.
all the mainstream web browsers. You do a search, it'll tell you these millions of results, but you can only see like 1,000 of them. Not even
Yeah, I
1,000.
saw that
It's
one.
like
That's
400 of them,
interesting.
I think. Of course, let's see, checking in on comments before we forget about it and go too much further. First and foremost, let's look at our numbers. We have 21 watching on YouTube. We have 30 watching on Odyssey. Very cool.
Yay.
Odyssey's just taken over. 16 over there on Rumble. Greetings all. 3 over there on Twitch. And hey, greetings. We have a D-Live user. How's it going there? NPC Nan. Hello. All search engines suck bleepies now. This is true. Bing censorship is slower than Google stuff. When things disappear, you can still find it on Bing for a bit longer. Absolutely. Yahoo's been bought by Oath, which also bought AOL, correct? Yep, a watered down Fox. Are you going to talk about Xerox? It is on my list if I remember, but in theory, yes. In theory, yes. Let's see. Here in Mexico, we have someone. This is over on Rumble. Devoured Eagle. Here in Mexico, we have someone like that, and the problem is he's our president. He's infinitely had a campaign saying, with, hugs, not bullets. There you go. Completely forgot Yahoo existed. Still think I have a Yahoo mail account. Yes, you should probably make sure, especially since that was the one that leaked a bunch of data.
Yeah.
I'm using StartPage right now. Pretty good, except the news search always fails to find anything. Clanker here. Actually, Styx is recommending now Pale Moon, but he always mentions that he is not that tech savvy. Yes, he is. Styx is not tech savvy. I think, no, he said he used to use, in the stream he's had the other day, the live stream the other day, he said he used to use Pale Moon, but it lacked a lot of features, and he said he was using WaterFox, like he was saying he recommended WaterFox now. I think he's using Brave, I think is his default. Let's see, and let's see over on the Tubies chat, Quant, there you go. Ask Jeeves, there you go. You can check on your voting history online with your selective service number. I know I look kind of young. Selective service number? I nuked that thing a long time ago. Right about the time that I fell out of age control of selective service, that thing went away. I couldn't tell you my selective service number is. I'm not draftable. I'm a geezer. I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
I am older than I look. We'll put it in reference. I finished my doctorate degree, was a college professor, and retired from that a decade ago, okay? I'm not a spring chicken. Let's see. The thing that keeps me away from Linux is non-Steam games being hit and miss. Okay, there you go. Run my Xerox instance on my home server. Yeah, Xerox is best installed, self-installed. Now, it's not a search engine as much as a search compilation. So you can set it to compile a lot of different engines. So on a Xerox, you can go in and you can say, I want to include Yahoo, I want to include Brave, I want to include Google, I want to include, all these different aspects. You can put it all together and then you can self-host it, which is good. China, they force VPN companies to corporate and sell out their users. Yes. My college forces me to use Google for some things. Just use something else and see if they notice. What about Woogle? Never heard of Woogle. Is Woogle a thing? Let me see if Woogle's a thing here. Is it Woogle.com? Let's see. This could get dangerous. Let me get the screen off there.
Yeah.
Diemaster says, who'd want to watch a video by Switch to Linux? I know, that's the thing. Hey, we used to have hundreds. We used to have hundreds of people over here watching, but yeah, we've been
Maybe you should try that in a virtual machine.
Yeah, probably, but that's all right. I have enough computers. If we knock one out for malware, that's fine. I'll rebuild it tomorrow. Let's see. Good evening from Ubuntu Studio 2204. Very nice. Greetings, Keegan. Remember Dogpile? I did. Cheat gun browser. Use Chrome. I use Chrome. Is that bad? I mean, if it's working for you, enjoy. I'm not a fan of it. But that's the thing. Lycos. There you go. Lycos.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned about the search engine that I think is long dead. Alta Vista was one of the first ones I used.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that one.
I'm not getting StartPage working either. There you go. Google search,
And it's
self-hosted, ad-free. Ooh, it's a self-hosted search engine. I'm going to look into this.
And it's interesting that 20 years ago, when all these different search engines appeared, um, you would tell someone to search the internet. Now you tell them to Google something. Whether or not they are actually using Google has nothing to do with it. Searching the internet has become synonym with Googling it.
Yeah. Now, does anybody know what the first reference was to Google in popular culture? The first one I remember is Journey to the Center of the Earth, which was, when was that? Was that 2000? Must have been like 2008. He's mentioning, what are you doing? I'm Googling at 30,000 feet or something. Is there an earlier reference to Google as synonymous with search engine? The alternative says LibreWolf is available in Windows, but is not sure about Mac. Thank you. LibreWolf is too locked down for the horror stream. Okay. Bought a Tenda DSL modem. Big mistake. No firmware update. Should have bought the Asus. More expensive, but it has support. Yeah. Okay. LibreWolf is available for Mac as well. So we went into search. Lycos user. I don't follow someone with 666 in their name. There you go. DistroTube. How's it going there? Yoso Robotics back in the day. Let's see. Remember when Lycos had with the Black Labrador French ad was? No, I probably used Lycos once or twice, but I'm not particular. YouTube's becoming less and less relevant. Absolutely. Right. Odyssey's my favorite video server so far. Fewer issues with odd live streams, but overall content on here is great. Even lazy streamers have videos auto-uploaded on here. Yeah, I think mine I have to go back and I have to manually upload them after I work on things. All right, let's get back onto our search engines. I've been through all the comments. DuckDuck, stop using this. This one, I thought about doing the search engine stuff because somebody popped in my Christian Discord server today an article which was from back in March. Then DuckDuckGo started announcing that they were going to start deprioritizing independent creators and focusing on verified mainstream sources. So for that reason alone, it's a dead duck. But that being said, DuckDuckGo uses Bing. Of course, the other big controversy they had in the last 6 months. These are all in the last 6 months. They're going to start down prioritizing anything independent, focusing only on the mainstream to fight misinformation on the web, which basically is fighting the popular narrative on the web. The misinformation is the popular narrative, to be clear. Then the next thing that happened is, as much as tired of being, let me look at this right now, tired of being tracked online, we can help. Private search engine, tracker blocking, site encryption. They didn't have a little asterisk in there except Microsoft, because to use Bing, they were required to still allow the Microsoft tracking. So everyone who used DuckDuckGo under the guise of privacy, they were also giving all their data to Microsoft. And it was just like you were using Bing. And so that was another blemish. Of course, the other big one is that all of their data housing is on AWS. No word yet if that's an S3 leaky colander. No data breaches I know of, but the fact it's all on AWS has caused some people concern, being is that, other notable companies like DOJ and FBI also use AWS. And so that does cause some people to get a little bit more concerned, where other people have access to things, not just the people involved. And so with that, DuckDuckGo is one of the ones making the big popularity push. They are trying to make the big privacy push, but they have had way too many scandals behind them suggesting that they are collecting data despite being privacy focused. They're using AWS servers. So unlike StartPage, which, only like 3 people in the world have access to what's going on in StartPage, and the servers manage all this stuff, DuckDuckGo just dumps it all on AWS and lets AWS handle it. So that raises another concern and some questions. And then of course they do some of the mainstream things. You know, we're gonna block fake news, as if we can tell what fake
Yeah,
news is without actually being able to see it and
DuckDuckGo
evaluate
got
for
to the
ourselves.
point where the search results were just terrible. You just didn't get what you were looking for.
Well, that's because they're using Bing. Bing is also terrible. You don't get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Just why people are so frustrated on Windows. I can't ever find what I'm searching for. Just switch to Google. At least it works. But you know, you can see what they have. You know, we're all privacy focused and things like that. But the reality is, there have been enough scandals to cause some questions about it. Are they explicitly tracking anything and everything as much as Bing or Google is? Probably not. Are they a better option than Bing or Google? Probably. Are they going to be absolutely, this is your best place to go for privacy? Nope. Not at all. And now we're going to move into a whole bunch of things that I am aware existed and haven't used extensively. So I'll let you guys talk to me. Swiss cows. Any of you guys used Swiss cows before?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me
All
neither.
right. Well, apparently we're either going to have some cow cheese or we're going to go to Switzerland. What should I search for, guys? And keep it PG.
Oh man.
Let's do election. We're in election. We're in election month. Let's do election. See what we get. All right. We have Fox News election results. We also have links to ABC, New York Times, Los Angeles Times. Okay, so we're getting a nice balance of corporate sellouts, corporate weirdos, corporate losers, and don't step in that human poop. So we got Merriam-Webster, we got Britannica.com, history, elections. We have the Communist News Network. We have Go Away from ABC News, CBS. So, I mean, they're giving us a lot of big mainstreamy type stuff. Again, everything in here is mainstream. There's nothing in here that's out of the ordinary. But honestly, at this point in time, I wouldn't expect to see anything.
Will it give you Newsmax?
I don't know. Let's see. We have USA.gov. Voting on election day. Vote.pa.gov, where you can learn how to vote for dead people and brain dead people. St. Louis, Missouri.gov. There's USA Today. More CNN. Like everything is coming in from everything is just mainstream media.
That's why I said search for Newsmax, because it's like Fox's competitor.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a bunch of things above it. So I type in a direct search for Newsmax. The first one I get is electoral-vote.com. Then I get store.wallstreetjournal.com, exclusive offers to join the Wall Street Journal. Then I get wait, what is this? San Diego Union Tribune? I don't know.
It did not actually give you
San Diego.
Newsmax?
It's San Diego Union Tribune. That's a horrible URL. And then we have ads by Microsoft, and then we have Newsmax. And then everything else is just people talking about Newsmax on New York Times, NBC, ABC. Then we have NewsmaxTV.com.
Yeah, like I said, they'll do the things that Fox won't do.
Yeah. Okay.
I just tested that search on Google, and the first hit is the new Newsmax website.
Okay.
And they have a streaming live channel on YouTube.
Yeah, and that is the third hit. The first two hits are for the actual website. So.
So typing in Linux here, we get windriver.com, which is the Wind River Linux OS. Never heard of that. Anybody else heard of Wind River?
Never crossed my mind.
Let's go look at it sometime. I'm going to write that down on a little sticky note. Thanks, Swiss cows. Let's see. Wind River Linux.
Yeah, but if you look at it, that is an ad, actually.
Is it? That's fine. I'll look it up without an ad. There it is. Ad. So one of the things is you can't tell what is an ad without looking at this light gray text over here. That's okay. We'll follow the ad. That's fine. There's Amazon.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But they're not really alerting us as to what is what. Here's linux.com, here's linux.org, here's Linux on Wikipedia, there's linux.org, we have linux.com, redhat.com, and then we have more ads.
The ads gotta go.
A lot of ads.
Yeah, there's a reason why I have an ad blocker in all my browsers.
Well, here's the funny thing. I have uBlock Origin, and it is on, and it's not blocking the ads.
Yeah, but is it on for that Well,
Yeah, it is.
okay. You're using...
And I have my, 37,000 line host file, which blocks all known ads. I don't know how these ads are getting through. This is impressive.
Yes, it had some trickery there.
Maybe they are self-hosting the ads.
It is possible. Let's see.
Maybe that's how Swiss Cows makes its money.
Yep. No, the ads are actually, they are an affiliate link down through Bing.com, actually. Looking at the URL at the bottom of the screen, you guys can't see that, but they're all Bing.com, a click. So I might just have to block Bing in order to block Microsoft ads. I'll have to look into that, see how we can block Microsoft ads.
Yeah, I have two extensions that block ads. I have the one that you mentioned, and I also have the AdBlock Plus still. It works excellent.
Yeah, I'm just curious why uBlock Origin is not blocking them. That's very interesting.
That's pretty tough to crack.
Yeah, so here's Swiss Cows. I think it's because it's going off of Bing.com's URL. I think is what's going on. So
you're being Bing to death.
I know. Well, I actually bought. Do you guys? I actually block Bing bots from my servers because I don't know what it is about Bing bots. They will land on your website and they can harvest gigabytes of data on raw HTML websites. I have no idea how they do it. I've actually had servers run out of bandwidth because a Microsoft bot gets on there. I'm like, what is going on with this bot? And you look into it, and it's Microsoft. It's an MSN bot. Like, what the hell are you doing? So I started actively blocking Bing bots. So if my sites don't search up well on Bing, that's probably why, because I've banished Bing from my network.
I think there is some
tar and feathered
something you can. There is something I think you can add in the robots.txt file that many websites have in order to disallow where they can crawl. There is a string that you can add which limits how often they can crawl and how much time in between.
That's also assuming that they follow it, because it's not. It doesn't force them to follow it, because I've actually blocked them out sometimes, and they'll just get around it anyway. They do not. Microsoft bots do not respect the robots.txt file. All right. Brave. This one is probably the best upcoming one. Again, I'll stand by. I'm not a huge fan of the company behind Brave. But as far as their product is concerned, they actually have given me less cause of concern than most other platforms. So this is at search.brave.com. Of course, it is the search engine to the Brave browser. And they do apparently search privately, and they also, at this time, I don't know exact percentages. When they first launched, they were still curating from a variety of other sources, but I think that as of now, they have cut those off. So all of the searches that you do in Brave are all independent to Brave. They're not going to be curated through Google or through Bing. It's not a proxy like DuckDuckGo is. And so let's have a look. So just type in election here, and we have some election results. So if you would like to know where you're at, here you go. So you can see our election results. We have the brain dead guy, and we have Josh Shapiro, and it's not showing us the actual dead guy that won, but we'll get that sorted out. We'll have another election to vote a living person in place of the dead person, probably next month or so. But you can kind of see what's going on here and all these. So that's pretty nice. Here's Find My State or Local Election Office from the USA.gov. That's good. We have a few news options, one from New York Times, one from CPR.org in case you're dying or something. And then Fox News. We got The Hill, NBC News, Arizona Central. So there's a little bit of balance in here. That's good. We have CNN. We have justice.gov. Here's some videos from CNN, from the Tubies. Oh, I accidentally clicked an MSNBC video. Let's back up. All right, there you go. FEC.gov. So pretty good results, honestly. And I've been using Brave on more things lately, and it does actually give pretty good results. Now, if you do like some degree of curating, they do have this thing called goggles. What this is going to do is you can explicitly filter things that you want to see. And so they're not forcing an algorithm on you, but if you want to see things from certain perspectives, the goggles is going to let you do that. And so you can go ahead and tell it only from these types of sources or sources related to them or things like that. Of course, we have videos, we have images, and things like that. So Brave is a pretty good search engine overall. That's probably been my biggest replacement. I'm using Brave more than most other ones at this time, and it's working pretty well. So pending any major issue, that's probably what we're going to stick with there. Any other thoughts? We'll take another pause right there and look back at some comments. Let's see if I tracked where I was. Yep. Right,
I just noticed I'm watching the stream on YouTube as well in order to read the comments. And whenever you are using your mouse to navigate around various web pages, it looks like you are trying to pick my nose on the screen.
Yeah, take that. I'll have to turn off the mouse capture unless I use it. Now you're getting all self-conscious. Right? Remember when Google got big in high school in early 2000s? Someone joked it was a government operation. We laughed. They laughed. Our computers laughed. That's right. Google was good, but these options tend to change after updates and taking away things. Made them good. DuckDuck no. 1080p 60 frames per second would be nice in Odyssey. I always go to the lower settings though, personally, because limited bandwidth. Hey, I have a really good internet out here in the desert, but I don't have a lot of it, unfortunately. CRX or StartPage, what do I use these days? Okay. DuckDuck good. All right. Enjoy a lot of funny memes. Try to cheer up federal agents and reptilians that watch my computer who are having bad days. That's right. I mean, let's see. Let's look for election memes. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's look for some dank election memes. There you go. Everyone focused on the election. I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Don't worry, nobody pays attention to that document anyway. Voting in this election is like trying to pass a test with no right answers. Amen to that. May the vote ever be in your favor.
Yeah.
I just googled election memes, and one of the first, and then I clicked on images in the Google search engine, and one of the first images that came up is a face of Donald Trump with a woman's wig and a little editing on the, and there's the text accompanying. I want to speak to the polls manager. I like that one.
Let's see. Some want this. Others want this. I want this. Not a ton of good ones out yet. Some of them, unfortunately, are pretty old over there. At least over there on Brave. Let's see. Pre-search is decentralized search. Use Ecosia because I like green. No to the cow. All right. Brave search is better than DuckDuckGo. I agree with that. Internet is down here in South Carolina due to the hurricane. Well, stay safe down there. Wave to the hurricane for me if it comes by. I think is it? I guess it is kind of going. I think it's kind of missing your area though, isn't it? I don't know.
But that begs the question: if the internet is down, how is he commenting on YouTube?
Oh, probably just on a phone.
Hotspot on his phone.
Yeah.
Watching a storm. Got on Foley Beach, South Carolina, getting hit hard. All right. Well, stay safe, man. Stay safe. Like Windows, but they don't like Z-bugs. That's right. Let's see. Top 3 searches or the full page is that? Yeah. That's what I was seeing on SwissCows. Without ads, you have to sell your cookie data. There you go. No, I mean Google and Microsoft, they sell your cookie data and sell ads. Come on. Brave just added some sneaky crap. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. Your home state gave us a president house plant. My home state gave us president house. No, I'm not from Delaware. President Houseplant. President Houseplant's from Delaware. Oh, okay. To be fair, I mean he lived for 2 years in Scranton. Okay, and he claims to be from Pennsylvania, if it suits him. But you know that's the case. Anonymous metrics. Yeah, we live in a sad world, or a comical world. I can take joy in the fact that my state voted in a dead guy and a brain dead guy. I mean, come on, man. It's just I can take enjoyment
with
in
brains.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
I just found a good election meme. I sent a link in the YouTube chat.
You will have to look at it in a bit. You do a demo on setting up Rumble. Maybe ready to run away from Mad Data Monster. What do you mean setting up Rumble? Like putting it on like the bad to use K-word? I mean, that had to be a New Tech exclusive. I am not doing anything else with media players anytime in the future. They win. I'll just put the media player stuff on all the other channels because we got a lot of other places we can upload videos to. But give me an email about what you're looking for setting up, other than go to rumble.com. But yeah, let's see. Lincoln was born in Illinois, wasn't he? Yes, Lincoln was born in Illinois, I believe. Looks like we lost some Odyssey comments here. Odyssey for entertainment, Late Night News, Rumble for news, and BitChute for odds and ends. BitChute's the only place I know of where you can go and watch the video how the sausage is made. Don't do it, though. Don't go to BitChute and type in how the sausage is made. You don't want to do that. Just saying, that's the only place I know where it's at. Let's see. AWS makes you suspicious of services using them, including Getter, among others. Yep. DOJ and FBI are on private AWS servers, though. I'm sure they can scan a lot of they can scan a lot of traffic in another facilities. They have private servers that somehow reconnect the DNS back to them through Wireshark. Come on, guys. You got to get conspiratorial here. All right. I'm making it up, maybe. DuckDuckGo apparently supported an anti-free speech group. Yes. Duckcows. SwissCows are involved with Google last time I've used them, 5 or more years ago. Used pre-search. Whereas Music, Napster was a king back in the day before they were shut down. Actually, Napster still exists, and you can still buy MP3s over there. It's just everything's legal now. Yeah, it still exists.
Yeah, they did that a couple of years after they shut down as a result of the court case.
They default to WMA files, which means you have to have an internet connection to play the music, but unemployed with early cable internet when Napster opened. I won't read the rest of that. Protect the innocent. I'm amazed to not see the company behind Yellow Pages never made an online search engine as well. I thought they did at one point in time. I know yellowpages.com exists. Block SwissCow ads easily with Brave and Block Element. Really? I'll have to look into it. Festerman, that's right. You guys see the amazing memes about Fetterman with the deformed dude from Goonies? There have been some great ones on that one. Oh, yeah. There's one. Somebody did a perfect Photoshop job. It's Fetterman. It's him there, and they photoshopped that deformed head onto him. It says, "Text, hey, you guys!"
Oh, man.
The one that gets me, the video where they played where he goes up to the podium and he goes, "Good night."
Yeah, I can forgive that gaffe personally. There's far more fun things to poke fun about from that one. A lot of companies went digital back in the day. Yep. Remember Kodak? Yeah, and then of course, then we get Polaroid, right? Now you can get Polaroid cameras again. They do digital, and then you can just push the button to print. I was out back, way beyond like the parking area in Zion National Park, and I encountered a couple out there with an old school 1980s Polaroid, and they were going around taking pictures of themselves with this Polaroid. So I actually got a picture with me in the Polaroid.
Nice.
Funny thing is that helped invent the JPEG technology. Looks like ad block and Swiss cows broke the page. Yikes. Brave is great because it's truly cross-platform, Linux, Windows, and Android. I use it on everything. There you go. Vivaldi's search dropdown has Ecosia, Neva, and Quant suggested as choices. Never heard of Neva before. We are past 8 though, so we should probably wrap this up sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yacy. Ooh, DistroTube's Yacy. I'll have to look into that. It's Linux, Yacy Decentralized Network, Kilimanjaro. Let's see. Delaware, more like Del Unaware. Fetterneck is from PC. Yeah, that's right. Well, now they're talking about doing like a Fetterman run. I think it'd be hilarious to see a Fetterman, a Biden Fetterman ticket. And just for ultimate meminess, with a Trump DeSantis ticket. That'd just be like, the world would just break in half.
Yes.
And I'll just be watching in the corner with popcorn, you know? Why are you searching for sausages on a video platform? That seems dangerous. It's not sausages in general. It's how the sausage is made on BitChute. Don't look it up. Lincoln was born in Kentucky and later moved to Indiana. At least he spent a good deal of his childhood in Illinois. There is a spot going through Illinois where you can take a step off the interstate and spend time at Lincoln's cabin, which is still there. Called Super Pages, huh? Got hollow hoax result when searching sausages on Well, like I said, don't search for sausages. Search how the sausage is made. All right.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
That's right. Let's move back to search engines. Let's see. Pre-search. Never heard of this one. Somebody recommended looking into this one. So pre-search, is this anything like pre-crime? Do they know what I'm going to type in before they do it? Is there session replay installed in here? Am I going to do it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Do they know what they're doing?
Is
Do they know
this the
I'm searching?
search before the real search?
I guess.
All right. Good one.
Okay. DuckDuckGo. Is this a conglomerate one? So here's elections. Make it your main search engine. Here's an ad from...
And the site doesn't work without JavaScript, which is a shame.
Yeah, I don't know who these ads are from. They're going directly to the website. That one's going through request-global czilladocs.com to serve ads. That's a little sus to me. Then we have CNN, we have USA Today, Fox News, FEC, Justice.gov, CBS. Again, it's just all of the mainstream. Everything's all mainstream. I can expect that. All right, let's do Linux. Here's Linux. Main operating system. Ooh, look at this. People search for Mac OS, Unix, Linux Mint, and look at that. Linux Mint has the only prominent Mint Linux position on this thing. Second Windows. We have a couple ads here. We have linux.org, Wikipedia going to Linux. There's Ubuntu, Linux Foundation. So they're doing a pretty good job of getting what I would figure would be the most popular Linux stuff up. There's also some buttons over here. Let's just click on that. So that will just go over to the other search engines and do the search directly on those. So CoinGecko. Never heard of CoinGecko.
Someone
okay, and that's
recommended.
why. All right. Is that
Someone
like? Oh,
recommended-
that must be like a cryptocurrency thing.
Yeah, someone recommended Ecosia.
Ecosia, that's next. Ecosia's over here. Allegedly, with every search people do on Ecosia, they plant trees. Ha ha! Plant this many, baby. Plant this tree.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make them plant about what, 5 trees? We gotta save the climate after all. If it loads, all right, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do this one for Linux 5. There we go. We just planted 5 trees. We've done our part 2, save the environment. Even though I have been entirely running off of the sun today. I heated my van with the sun today. I cooked my dinner with the sun today. I cooked all my water with my coffee with the sun. Everything. I am green today. I can't say about yesterday where I turned on my diesel heater because it got cold, but as of today, I was going green. So I just planted 5 trees, and I didn't contribute all that global greenhouse gases the rest of y'all suckers did.
I'll do more searches if they can put a couple in my yard.
There you go. There you
If
go.
you really want to go serious about going green, then you are driving John Deere machines.
Well, you know. Okay, but I cooked in my solar oven today. I had plenty of sun. I did all my boiling water in the sun today. All my power's from the sun today. Actually, all week. I mean, I've not even turned on the engine of my vehicle in a week, guys. I mean, come on. I'm being serious going green out here in the desert, living self-contained. What are you doing to save the planet?
Yeah, you're
Did you
off.
go
grid,
hunt
dude.
a cactus?
What's that?
Oh no!
What's that? I missed it. Bad joke, I missed it.
Yeah.
You're hugging a cactus.
No, actually, there are not cactuses for about another 100 miles. So I am in the desert, but I'm not in the part of the desert that has cactuses. But there's some sage out here. It's pretty prickly. Probably there's a tree out here. It might be ironwood. I have to go double check. And then there's really not much else. This is a very dry desert. There's really not much here. Slightly more than there is in Death Valley, but not a lot. Let's see. We just did Brave Search, Hank, a few minutes ago. With and without GOG mode. Kojia isn't available there. Well, you live in a country that just wants to burn down trees. Super Pages is the Yellow Pages one. Okay. Let's see. Been to Lincoln's Cabin a few times for grade school field trip. I'll have to stop there sometime. I've never actually stopped there. I did stop at Hoover's cabin is in Iowa, not too far from it. Bet they plant those trees in the Amazon forest. Well, they'll just be cut down probably. SwitchedTolinux need to get yourself a tiny wood stove for the van. Cook yourself. No, I don't have the space to do that. There's actually only one van dweller I know of who did that. That's Foresty Forest. He loves his. That would be a really cool way to go as well. But in my case, I've not had a need for a fireplace. It'd be fun, but I don't really have the space for that. Won't trees just plant themselves?
The authorities might mistake it for a meth lab.
They might. He's got this when he stops and camps to turn it on. He actually has a chimney. He goes up on the roof and puts it up. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's probably best.
It's pretty cool. It's Foresty Forest if you like that. So he's a guy. His whole thing is he climbs to the top of mountains. Like I think last year he climbed like 350 mountain peaks or something crazy like that. He just gets to the top of mountain peaks. He's from up in BC, Canada. BC or I forget. He's either BC or Alberta, Canada. I forget. Anyway, let's move on. Last couple ones here. Yandex is on the list. Who uses Yandex here? I know very little about it. Is this a Russian search engine? Am I gonna get hunted down by the authorities in the desert for using this? That crazy guy. He's in an off-grid van in the middle of the desert using Yandex.
Maybe the boy needs a potato. I don't know.
I need some vodka.
Yeah.
There's routers, Wikipedia. There's a Russian site, translate.yandex.ru. All right, there you go. BBC, Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, you can see what Putin's telling his people.
There you go. Wordhunt.ru. There you go. So there you have. Actually a really bad idea to use, Tom. All right. Well then, let's just break the internet. Let's search for Ukraine on Yandex. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of Russian sources over there. All right, last one. Didn't hear about this. I'm going to look into this. This is Woogle Search, self-hosted search engine. I know nothing about it. Somebody mentioned it here in the comments, but here's a GitHub page for Woogle Search. We'll look into this. Get Google search results without any ads, JavaScript, AMP links, cookies, or IP address tracking. Easily deployable in one click as a Docker app, customizable with single config file. Quick and simple implement as a primary search engine replacement for both desktop and mobile. So basically, a self-hosted Google without all of the data and ad tracking. That's kind of cool. I'll have to look into that. I sense a video coming on. But we'll get into that in a bit. Any other search engines we should look at real quick, guys, before we jump over comments and finish up? Because this is a longer stream than usual.
You're bringing up stuff I've never heard of.
All right, very good.
Here.
M. Scott says, where's Pizza Man? He'll jump in from time to time. Hey, cat, please don't bite my arm. Cat's over here biting me. Excuse me, what? You want kitty treats or something? You want kitty treats or something? I say hi.
All right, guys, I'm going to read the comments now.
Hello.
Dogpile, let's see, options, Brave Search, Beta, Yandex is actually really bad at, you already read that one, though, didn't you?
Let's see. People will be able to prove data is being sent back to Russia for data analysis. Very nice. Woogle, it is wonderful. It's actually default in a distro. Very cool. I'll have to look into it. Ungoogle Chromium was good. But that's not a search engine. That's a web browser. StartPage. We did StartPage earlier. DuckDuckGo. Yeah, probably needs to go away. That's right. Glad to catch you live. Thanks for all your work. SwitchedTolinux, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much, Past Life. It's a good peep. Hope all's well. Let's see. Woogle's been around for a long time. I get most of my podcast subjects from my viewers, too. How long until we get a switch to Linux search engine? I was testing out some Cirex builds as well. That's another self-hosted one. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do one just because of, I'm not sure it's worth the cost or time or things. Santa sees chimney on a van. Oh, well, it's a chimney. Gotta climb down. There you go. Here. Won't trees just plant themselves? Okay. If there's anything else. I think I've been to all of those. Let's jump on over to Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. 14 watching over there on Rumble. Misinform, misrepresent, mislead. NBC is suggesting Fetterman run for president. Clown World demands it. Clown World absolutely demands it. So, for sure. Bring it on. Using LibreFox on Mint right now. Join Mastodon through your link and StartPage recommend the browser. All right, there you go. What they claim is, yeah, that's true. Talking heads on media tell you something, go the opposite direction. They're usually wrong. Yep. That's right. Let's see. Green Tom doing the work Greta only complains about. That's right. I'm doing it. I'm off grid. And I'm in the desert. I got lots of sun coming in. It's a cloudy day tomorrow, though. So if it's going to be cloudy all day, although it was supposed to be cloudy day the other day, and it was so cloudy and rainy, I got rainbows and 14 amps of power draw, which is incredibly good, particularly for a rainstorm.
Yeah.
Never gotten rain and power at the same time. Did I mention Yassi? I did not. No. I'll have to look into that one. Mojik. Let's see.
There's someone suggesting to use Amazon as your search engine.
Oh, there you go. Well, as long as you're using my affiliate link, I'll go with that. It's tlm.li/Amazon. You can use that and shot to your Amazon shopping. Help support the channel. Doesn't cost you anything more. Hey, the kitty is pushing my microphone away from me. It's like, no, push that microphone. You're done talking. You've been going late, you fool. Pet me.
Yeah,
I'm petting you, cat. I'm petting you.
Now.
All right. Any final thoughts here? I think I've actually gone through. If you use Yandex, you're a Putin puppet. All right. Well, I was a Putin puppet for a couple searches there. Did I get the BIOS done? No, I did find one reference. So maybe this is something anybody might know about. My pfSense box has apparently reverted its BIOS. And so we were looking at getting the BIOS up, and the issue will not flash. Now, somebody else on the Fitlet 2 also had the same issue. He had found a protocol that worked, but since he uses a .bin file and not a .rom file, I didn't want to do it without consulting them first, and I haven't had time. But keeping it plugged in and powered for a day did seem to fix the CMOS battery. So the CMOS battery is working now, but I can't get the new BIOS. So the problem is my pfSense reverted its BIOS to not the one it had when I got it, but a previous BIOS, and it does not have the option any longer to turn it on when it receives power. And so I shut everything down at night. When I turn it back on, I don't get power. And so it's just like, what? And so I have to go and push powered up and then actually manually push the power button at the top. I cannot get the new BIOS reflashed. There's something wrong with the package files that they are distributing for upgrading the BIOS. So, but they make about as much sense as the Apple forums do. When you describe your problem perfectly and describe that many other people have the same problem, they just point you back to the page that tells you how to do it, which gives you broken files. So,
You're doing it wrong.
Apparently, I'm doing it wrong. Yes. But I did find a protocol for doing it right, but I'd be a little concerned flashing a .rom instead of a .bin file. So I don't know. We're in a minor blizzard warning up here in the Great White North and northern Minnesota. Yeah, I actually encountered snow last week on the way over, which is kind of fun.
It was a nice, sunny, pleasant 73 degrees and sunny here today.
Nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and get jumping off here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll be over on the Weekly News Roundup tomorrow at 9 Eastern Time.
Yay!
So we have the wait for the Weekly News Roundup. We'll have all the stream links at switchedtolinux.com/live. And then, of course, I'll have the news page up as well, so you can find it on the front of the web page as well as soon as I get to it, probably in the morning somewhere. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anywhere to drive right now. I'm just chilling in the desert being green. So, All right, guys, we will catch you guys later. Enjoy.